Can you hear it with your ears? Can you see it with your eyes? Can you feel it wiggling between your quivering thighs? That thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing with James. Once every millennium something will come along. When you feel it you will know it, 'cause it's coming on strong. That thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing with James. That thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing with James. That's us. Hi. Welcome to episode 35 of That Thing with James J. Asher II. I'm your host, James J. Asher II. That's me. And today, returning for his third appearance, Bennett Cravens.
Third time out. Third time's the charm. 3 is the luckiest number.
Thank you for doing this again, Bennett.
Of course. So glad to be back.
Hell yeah.
Felt like it's been too long.
It had been a while.
I heard everybody was emailing, and they were like, that guy's got to come back.
Yes.
No.
Dude, I had so many people asking for you.
I hope that's not true. for all our sakes.
But if you want to send an email and request Bennett to come back again, because he's a great guest,
you're too kind.
Send email to thatthingwithjames@gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Also, since we're mentioning some business, let's take care of some other quick business.
Business first.
You want to donate to the show? If you want to show your appreciation, if you want to help support the show, you can donate at my Patreon account, patreon.com/thatthingwithjames. You can donate as little as $1 per month or as much as $15,000 a month. I'm not lying.
I thought it was 3. It's up to 15 now?
Yeah, dude.
Damn. So if you got that disposable income, hit him up. You know you want to. You know you need to.
$15,000 a month. If you're bad with money management, or if you got fuck you money.
Right.
What would you do if you had fuck you money?
If I had fuck you money, I would rub it in a lot of people's faces.
Yeah.
I would take care of a lot of good people.
Yeah.
I'd probably just kind of fuck off silently.
Would you have like a single home, or would you like travel around?
I would combination those two things. I would have a place where I could always call home, but then spend my time doing this and that or whatever.
Would you have like houses around the world?
No, I think I'd have the one main house.
Yeah.
And then use the nothing big, nothing exorbitant.
Yeah.
But yeah, something that was just a nice place to go whenever I didn't want to be. I like the idea of living out of a hotel, man. I love the idea of living out of a hotel, man. People come and they take care of your cleaning and all that good stuff. You can do the room service. Yeah. Hotels are fun, man. Every time I've been in a hotel, it's for something fun.
If it's a fancy hotel.
No, I've been in some bad motels that I had a lot of fun in.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
I've been in motel rooms that dead people have probably been in.
And you had a good time?
And I had a great time.
You were playing with the fucking ghost that haunted that room?
I probably would try. If I knew about a ghost, I would definitely try to do that.
I think I'd own places.
You'd own a lot of places?
Yeah. Not
across the world?
Not exorbitant, but like I'd have like an apartment in Paris or in Tokyo. Mm-hmm. I'd have apartments or like small houses or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. I have a buddy who always talks about the benefit of a boat.
Of a boat?
Yeah, because then it's just you got a mobile house, so you do have a home everywhere.
You ever been on a boathouse?
Yes.
Those are fun as shit, aren't they?
Yeah, I was probably 13, and somebody had a party on their houseboat. And so it's just like this fancy cocktail gala fete, if you will. Lights all the way around. Like they had a yard on the houseboat, like the barge portion of it was large enough that they had a yard with AstroTurf on it.
I think you were on a yacht.
It wasn't a yacht. It was definitely a houseboat because it was like, what's the inside part? And they're like, that's their house. It's a houseboat.
Did they live in it?
Yeah.
They lived in the
They
houseboat?
lived in the house part of the houseboat with a yard.
Where?
This had to have been in Oklahoma on Lake Hefner.
They lived in a houseboat
On Lake
on
Hefner.
a lake in Oklahoma?
I guess. I don't really know. I was young. There were bright lights and pretty things, and we all had to dress up, and I wanted to step off the boat into the water, but I couldn't because I was wearing nice items. Just a very distinct memory I have of a random houseboat party.
You know who else lives in a houseboat? The Ladies' Man.
Ladies, man.
Did you see that movie? Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows. I wanted to say Phil Lamar, but I was like, whew, nope. It's definitely not Phil Lamar. Tim Meadows, yes.
Different sketch comedy show.
Right, yeah. The other side.
Mad TV, dude.
Mad TV.
Mad TV was always on.
Yeah.
I don't mean like just playing, but like they were always funny. Where like SNL would have every once in a while you get a funny weekend.
Right.
But Mad TV, they were always funny as shit.
Always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a mad TV kid.
Yeah.
Mad TV kid.
Did you get Mad magazines too?
No, I didn't know how to read. There it is. No, I didn't. I never liked magazines.
Yeah.
Like until recently, that I'm just like, oh, a 5-minute read. Perfect. I got 5 minutes. I can knock that out.
I think that means you're becoming an old man.
I've always
You're
been
the guy in the fucking waiting room, like, I'll pick up People magazine. Okay.
just like licking his finger too much. This highlights is crazy.
Dude, I was in a lobby a few weeks ago and this old man was sitting there with his newspaper and he was so fucking noisy.
Yeah.
He kept straightening the newspaper,
Harrumping.
clearing his throat.
This news.
Fucking loud breathing through his fucking giant old man nostrils.
Yeah. The murder in the Scots.
And then his wife would come in and he'd be extra fucking loud. Gail! You want to go to Arby's after this?
You know she did.
Hell, fuck yeah. They got the meats.
They got the meats, and she's about it. That's 2 things we know about Marge.
Did I have... I don't think I've told you my my Arby's joke.
Yes.
I have?
No.
Okay.
You have not.
Okay. So I recently learned that Ving Rhames is the voice of Arby's. He's the one in the commercials that says, "We got the meats." Yeah. And so it kind of blew my mind when I heard that. I was like, that makes so much fucking sense. And the first time I ever heard of that, or like heard his voice, was in Pulp Fiction. Remember, he played Marcellus Wallace. And
Who does not look like a bitch.
who does not look like a bitch.
Ving Rhames. Put a Band-Aid on the back of his head.
Yeah.
Looks mean as hell.
You know what that Band-Aid was about?
That was from when he threw the guy through the glass, right?
Nah, man. It's because Ving Rhames actually has like a pretty big scar on the back of his neck. And so they were trying to figure out, because they had that first shot behind his head.
Which is all you see of him.
Which is all you see.
For a bit.
Right. And then the Band-Aid was just to cover up the scar. It was just a choice they made.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I fucking love Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
And I fucking love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And like the first time I saw it though, it was my 13th birthday. I was at home with my parents. We just had like dinner and I opened up some presents and they both looked at me all like intense and said, "It's time." I said, "Time for what?" And they said, "It's time for you to watch Pulp Fiction." 13. So then I'm loving the movie. And then
Knowing what they're talking about when they're like, "This is heroin. This is the good stuff."
I knew that might,
You were hip.
I was hip. I was a hip kid. You know?
You knew the lingo.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched lots of movies. Just not Pulp Fiction yet. And so I'm loving it, and then I'm just loving it the whole way through. And then comes the fight scene between Marcellus Wallace and Butch, played by Bruce Willis. They get into the fight, and they take the fight into the pawn shop. Pawn shop owner pulls a shotgun on them, and he calls up his buddy Zed. Zed shows up. They bring him down into the basement.
That crystal blue-eyed motherfucker.
Oh, dude. Oh, he was in so many movies. Yeah. I just saw him in the first, the pilot episode of Justified. Huh. With Timothy Olyphant. Yeah, that same actor. He played the bad guy in The Mask as well.
And he played the bad guy in Blue Streak.
I haven't seen Blue Streak.
Oh, hell yeah. Martin Lawrence.
Oh,
ex-con, has to pretend to be a cop. Let the good times roll.
I heard it's good.
It's fun.
Oh, man. So the Zed and the pawn shop owner take Butch and Marcellus Wallace down into the basement. They take Butch into a room and close the door and leave, or they take Marcellus into the room. They leave Butch outside the room tied to a chair, and they release the Gimp. Meanwhile, it starts playing the saxophone music, and Butch is trying to figure out how to get out of the binds and get out of the situation. Meanwhile, behind that door that you don't see what's going on, but you hear it, punching, slapping, screaming, grunting. Now,
the noises.
I was 13. I knew what was going on behind that door. But I did not want to admit it to myself. In my head, I'm just kept saying, they're just beating him up. They're just beating him up. That's all. And I look over at my dad, and he meets my gaze and grins and says, Tarantino's a sick puppy. That's when I knew Marcellus Wallace behind that door wasn't just getting beat up. He got the meats. Boom.
I like it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's a great walk.
Hell yeah.
That's a great walk that we get to go on with that. I enjoy that thoroughly.
Hell yeah.
Man. Now if he can work in H. John Benjamin somehow into that.
Oh yeah.
Then you'd have the Holy Trinity.
That dude does so many voices now.
Yeah, but it's all his own voice. It's fantastic.
It's always his voice. The first time I ever heard of him was Home Movies.
Home Movies.
Did you watch Home Movies?
I caught it. Yeah. I wasn't a big fan, but yeah, it was on.
You know he played the soccer coach in that, right?
Coach
McGirt. Coach McGirt.
Yeah, that show skeeved me out from time to time. There was just it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I mean, it's the same people who make Bob's Burgers, Lauren Bouchard.
That's a family hit, though.
Yeah, Home Movies was definitely skeezy at times.
Bob's Burgers is primetime Fox.
Right.
Home Movies was late night. Weird, maybe this channel will be here.
Right.
But of course it is.
Right.
Yeah. Adult Swim, right? That was one of their first.
It was one of their first. Yeah, I was right when they started.
Yeah.
Aqua Teen.
Yeah.
I used to laugh so fucking hard. I rarely laugh that hard as, regularly and frequently as I did watching Aqua Teen for the first time. I was just my gut hurt laughing the entire time.
Yeah, it was that brand new comedy that nobody was doing.
There was nothing else like it before.
Zany, insane, no structure.
Yeah.
Just hit the gas pedal. No wrong ideas. You want to throw a left turn in the middle of it? So let's left turn.
That was the fucking... I'd say that's the most groundbreaking cartoon since Ren and Stimpy. And then, whatever else before it.
I was not allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My dad passed by it once and was like, you guys aren't allowed to watch this. Okay. and kept clicking through. That was all we ever discussed about Ren and Stimpy. I was not allowed to watch it.
Dear, have you found my rubber nipples?
Is that a Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah. There's
There's a man and a wife, and the man you never see like past mid thigh on them because you're at Ren and Stimpy's level, like all the old school cartoons and stuff.
Right. And the dad was wearing like socks with like sock garters, and he'll get like rubber bottle nipples and put them on his kneecaps to keep them warm. There's a lot of innuendo.
I didn't know they could stretch that much.
Oh, they can in cartoons.
Well, good point. Everything can stretch in cartoons.
Yeah.
It's actually a technique that they teach you.
You remember Stretch Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong, yes, of course.
Yeah.
He had a bit role in the Detroit Rock City movie. He was used as a weapon to rob.
Oh, that's right.
Attempt to rob the already getting robbed store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only seen that movie the one time.
It's a quality flick. That was old Furlong.
Yeah.
Furlong.
What the fuck is that guy up to now?
I mean, I bet he's still just being Furlong somewhere.
Yeah.
He made a bunch of money, I think. I hope he got it.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking Terminator 2. Judgment Day.
Right. And then, yeah, he did a lot of things. But now we have the brother in Stranger Things, Jonathan. That's the new Edward Furlong.
Yeah,
right
he is.
He's taken over quite nicely to fill our furlong hole.
I only saw the first season of that show.
The last one was very good.
Season 2?
Season 3.
Oh. Yeah, I saw like the first episode of season 2 and I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I thought season 2 was a dip. I felt like it may have gotten rushed. Don't know why, don't know how, but it dipped. But the most recent season it felt like season 1 again, like we got back to where we needed to be. They made it a summer thing, and they incorporated all the old elements and the good parts of season 2 back in. So it got me back on board. You're welcome, Stranger Things. I'm keeping you alive.
Boom.
Keeping the lights on for you.
I got a Netflix show for you. Maybe you've watched it. Russian Doll.
It's been advertising me that more and more, but I haven't.
So fucking good.
It's supposed to explore like the philosophical and the idea of life, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's a lot of existential questions. And it is so fucking good. I mean, it's like it's art.
Yeah.
It's like good art. Plus a compelling story to go with it. Yeah. It's so fucking good.
And I've always liked her.
Yeah. Orange is the New Black.
Yeah. She's been around.
American Pie.
She was in Detroit Rock City.
Oh, you're right. She's a wild thing.
Yeah. She's always been that frizzy-haired, wild...
I mean, like in real life.
I imagine she gets those parts for a reason.
Yeah. Well, she's no less wild in the Netflix show Russian Doll.
Are they about to premiere a new season or something?
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't know when this one came out, but yeah. I hope another season comes out soon because it left on a cliffhanger. I want to know what happens.
That's how they're doing it now. You got to have a big cliffhanger so that they bring you back.
Yeah.
Some people are like, we demand season 2. Well, we got to bring them back. Enough people said season 2. So.
One show I hope they don't bring back is Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, really?
That shows the production quality is very nice. The effects, the costumes, the makeup, phenomenal. The writing, the direction of the story that the producers are taking it, shit.
Damn.
Flaming pile of dog shit.
That sucks.
Now, there's a lot of people who say they love it, but they're not the real fucking nerds. They're the jocks who are like, oh, nerd culture's cool now. I mean,
gotta stay up on those new treks.
It's just
new Trekkies.
It's just a soap opera melodrama now. And the science, it's just not good story. And then it does like what all these fucking shows are doing now, where they just get like all beautiful model looking actors. Like there's no fucking ugly people. And just like a lot of overacting and shit. And it's soap opera.
What could you mean?
Yeah. It's constantly, you know, sweeping melody comes in, da-da, fucking explosions constantly. What world are we living in now? That's one of the reasons I really like Russian Doll is it doesn't fucking do that shit. It's intellectual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus it's got a killer soundtrack. Opens with what's his name? One is the loneliest
Three
number.
Dog Night.
Oh, is that Three Dog Night?
Three Dog Night.
You put the lime in the coconut, you mix it all up. Put the lime in the coconut, shake it all together. Said, doctor, and it'll make you feel better. Say, doctor. You know the guy.
That is.
You know the guy.
I'm gonna beat your machine.
I don't think One is the loneliest number is Three Dog Night. I think it's this guy.
It's Three Dog Night.
Lime.
Unless LimeWire lied to me.
LimeWire definitely. Harry Nilsson.
Harry Nielsen, yes.
Yes. She put the lime in the coconut. Oh fuck, it's gonna load. Brother bought a coconut. He bought it for $0.10. His sister had another one and she paid it for the lime. She put the lime in the coconut. She drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut. She drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut. She drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut. She called the doctor. Woke. I'm up. I'm not gonna read the rest of the thing.
That's a hard read.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense when you sing it. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. I put the lime in the coconut and she drank them both up. She drank the lime in the coconut and she drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut, she called the doctor, woke him up.
The she drank comes out as like shake. Shake them all up.
Shake them all up.
She shrank them all up.
Oh, and the wake M is supposed to be him. They just capitalized the I and made it. Yeah. Dude.
Woke I'm up.
Autocorrect is the fucking bane of my existence.
It's trouble. Especially when you have like a perfect zinger and then it comes out autocorrected and everybody's like in the group chat like, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break.
Sounds fair.
We'll be right back.
Hi. I'm Andy Rooney. You say, doctor.
Okay.
Warming up the digits.
Good. I gotta clap in and introduce you.
No problem.
Well, introduce the music. All right.
Do I need to kill that?
Oh yeah, please. This is recording. Okay. All right.
Can I give you an NPR lead in?
Let me do the clap first. Today, we're featuring music from local music artist Bennett Cravens. Bennett, you have the microphone.
I appreciate it. All right, welcome back to another. Now it's going to be my show. I want to say thank you to James for bringing me on here and letting me play one of my songs. This one's called $40-something. It's about that feeling you get whenever you either leave money on the table or walk away from a good opportunity, and that feeling of regret or missing out. Anyway. I left $40-something was on the table before I left. And today for the life of me, I don't know if it was my death. I gamble out in England, and I gamble down in Spain. And I don't know if I will get to gamble ever again. My mind is blank, my hands are shaking, my soul is damned, it is forsaken. Can call him a lazy debtor, but weather the weather once, I never felt better. He hauled the hanging bodies when he held them by the head, and everyone believed them when they all said, you can follow him out back to where the bodies are buried. But nobody gives a second thought to the shovel that he carried. His mind is blank, but his body knows precisely where the next one goes. He can dig until that body hurts, until the hole is filled with dirt. Thank you, thank you.
That was amazing.
I appreciate it, man.
That's so fucking good. Thanks, man. So you have a show coming up, right?
I do. My first show.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm nervous as hell, but excited as hell, and can't wait to do it. I'm playing the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center Tuesday, which is the day after this airs, correct? This is going up on Monday?
Sunday.
So you got 2 days.
Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday.
Admission's $12, which is the regular price for the park. If you're a member there, it's free, and I'll be doing 2 45-minute sets. So I'll be out there all night hanging out, and they got like a Tito's cocktail. It's like a happy hour, family friendly. So bring the kids, come out and see the center, and then hopefully hear some tunes on your way out. So yeah, I'll be doing the whole album, and then a litany of covers, because I don't have an hour and a half's worth of songs just yet, but on my way.
Dude, I am so fucking proud of you.
I appreciate it, man.
That is a big fucking achievement.
It feels good.
So cool.
Yeah. And I got to shout out my buddy True, who helped me out, who was the one who emailed me about this opportunity, and I had to jump for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, very excited. Very excited. I was hoping to get out to the first one, which was last Tuesday, but I didn't make it back to town that quick from a wedding in Oklahoma City. But yeah, I'm super pumped.
Hell yeah.
Super pumped. Yeah, should be a good time. And Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center, 6 p.m., $12.
So what are you doing to combat your nerves? You mentioned you're nervous about it.
Yeah, I've just been playing a lot.
Yeah.
Been playing a lot.
Yeah, just practice.
Just keep my mind thinking about the lyrics and my fingers thinking about the notes.
Hell yeah.
Just getting them up, and I've got just a list of all the songs that I should be able to play top to bottom without looking at words, without looking at anything. And so I'll just like randomly pick one and like quiz myself, or if somebody's there like, give me a song.
Nice.
And they'll just throw one at me. It's like, okay.
What are some of the covers you're planning on doing?
A lot of Townes Van Zandt.
Okay.
I've been a big Townes Van Zandt fan for a
Jog
long
my
time.
memory. I know the name.
Yes.
Songs. What song?
His big one is Waiting Around to Die.
How's that
Or
go?
It's 2 long years waiting around to die.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Bigger one was probably Poncho and Lefty. Willie Nelson did a version of it.
Okay.
It's been covered. It's been covered to hell. So
Yeah.
that one's been around. I'm doing a lot of his songs. Probably not a lot of the stuff that people know. Kind of some of his deeper tracks, the tracks that I like. Mm-hmm. A little bit more the darker tunes, the solo stuff, the sad stuff, the up in years stuff. So I got a lot of his stuff ready to go. Throwing in some Guy Clark. Mm-hmm. Doing some Blaze Foley. A lot of the Texas... there's a band called the Texas Troubadours, so that's hard to say, but it's like these guys were the outlaw roots, just sitting in clubs and playing guitars and writing very good songs, like the trifecta. And then I got some other random stuff. A Cream song from I learned, like one of the first songs I ever played, some Dylan, some of the first stuff that I learned how to play. Yeah. Just going back to the roots of it all.
I still warm up with the Cream song you taught me.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. If you lose your money,
That's the...
great God, don't lose your mind.
It's a fun one, man.
That is so fun, that one.
So fun. And it's a great warm-up because you're just moving and sliding all around.
Some good old blues riffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always forget Outside Women Blues.
Oh, yeah.
And they stole, pretty much. I can never remember his name. I always want to say Fats, but I don't think it's Fats.
Fats Domino?
No, Fats Waller?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But I don't think that's right. I can never remember who the original writer that was. But either version it's a great tune. Right. Whether they funk it up or him just hitting it on an old acoustic, and you can just tell those strings have just been through hell and back.
If it's like a white British band from the 60s playing blues, they stole it.
Yeah.
Zeppelin, they stole it.
Yeah, they had it on the albums. They'd slow them down and play along with them, which is...
I mean, they're still fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, they're not easy licks.
No.
Especially if you're learning just like structural classical guitar.
Yeah. How old were you when you started playing guitar?
So I started messing around with my dad's guitar when I was pretty young, like 7, 8.
Oh.
Yeah, he
does he play?
Oh yeah, he's always played. He had this habit of all of his tuning pegs would be in these weird positions, so I'd always go in there and line them up for him. Yeah. He's like, man, you got to take care of your guitar, Dad. So I'd line them up for him. He'd get home and, what the hell happened to this thing? I'd hear from the other room like, ooh, I don't think I did that. I tried to help it. So I would go in there and mess with his, and probably about 11 or 12, I actually went to a pastor, and he taught me a few chords.
Nice.
And then he didn't want to teach me and my sister anymore. And then I learned how to read tablature from a buddy of mine in high school. Mm-hmm. So, okay, I had tablatures and a few chords, learned a whole bunch more chords, and then kind of from there was the internet and me teaching myself.
Yeah.
Just because the internet had all the tablature, and then I could tab out any chord that the internet said that I needed to learn.
Do you remember how good it felt when your calluses finally developed?
I think they're still working on that. I mean,
really?
Yeah, I mean, they still...
Oh my God, feel mine.
Yeah, I mean, I play all the time.
But you still have such soft, supple hands.
I appreciate that. I mean, yeah, there's
Do you use
not,
palm olive?
I use nothing. I mean, there's nothing. It's not nothing, but
Right.
I don't have the, like, I'm getting a new one here now, which is probably my thickest one on the thumb.
I don't want to know where that callus comes from.
It's from sliding up the neck now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing more.
Sliding up
Sliding
the
up
neck.
up the shaft. So yeah, that one's coming in strong. But yeah, it doesn't hurt or anything. I just don't get those thick leather old man things at the end of my fingers for some reason.
Well, I've got the calluses.
Yeah, you can have them, man.
I think I got them because that guitar's got some. It's kind of hard to play. The action's
You got some high action.
Yeah, and I mean I've lowered it before, and it just buzzes too much.
Yeah.
it's just it's not a very expensive Yamaha, but I love the sound it makes.
Yeah.
It's big.
That's what's important.
Yeah,
It's a dreadnought, isn't it?
full dreadnought, baby.
So we're about the same size.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Dreadnought's the shit.
Absolutely. This thing. Oh my god, I love this thing so much.
What is this?
This is a Martin Custom X series.
Ooh.
I was having a hell of a week. It was a bad few weeks, and I went into the Guitar Center just to play an acoustic because I still didn't own one. I just had my little Fender Strat that I played on. So I was like dying to play an acoustic. I've been listening to all acoustic music, and I was just like in a rut. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go play guitar. This thing was sitting in there, used, marked down, and I couldn't stop playing it.
Oh, yeah.
I just couldn't stop. And so it was like, I might buy this. I had a pretty good job at the time. I had some money saved up. So I was like, I might just buy this. And I was like talking to the guy, and he was like, if you come back in a week, we're having a sale and everything is going to be marked down. And I was like, does that include marked down items? He was like, yes.
Ooh.
So I put it back on the rack. I tucked it in the back because nobody find it. Put it back on the rack, and I came in a week later. It was still sitting right where I had left it.
It was meant to be.
Didn't look like anybody touched it. Marked down again. And that day, somebody had thrown away a bunch of guitar cases on the lot where I worked. And so somebody came into my office like, hey, you might be interested. They just threw a bunch of guitar cases away. So I went dumpster diving, pulled out that case from the dumpster.
Hell yeah.
Fur lined, faux fur. Fur lined, and it's just like in great condition.
Yeah.
Just
clean.
on top of the trash can in a box, so it didn't touch any of the garbage. I was like, thank you. Went straight after work, got the guitar, and he was like, you want the case with it? And I was like, actually, I'd like to see if mine will fit on there. Went out to the car, and it like a glove, dude.
Hell yeah.
Just dropped right in. Zip, all the way around.
Meant to be.
Yeah. And the dude was like, right as I zipped up, he was like, I was going to ask you if you want the insurance. I think you got this. I was like, yeah. I don't need the insurance. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, buddy. But yeah, it was a phenomenal deal. And I got the case. And
Hell yeah. And I love the matte finish on this thing.
Yeah.
It looks very...
You want to give it a
so
go?
soft. Let's see here. Oh, and it's got some texture in the matte as well.
Yeah.
Nice. That's very nice.
My baby.
Great
It is my
sound,
baby.
great action.
Yeah, I mean, if you come around my house, chances are this will be picked up and played no matter what we're doing.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of a movie. Beep, beep, bloop. It's like, I probably suck to watch things with now, but like, anytime I'm just doing anything, podcasts are on, the TV's on, there's always
Yeah. I wouldn't mind
twiddling
it.
away.
I don't think Emily minds it. I fiddle.
Yeah, you
while
have to
watching
hope
stuff.
the roommate.
Yeah.
You just never know. Like, it's not like I'm blaring an electric guitar.
Yeah.
Sweet acoustic, but if it's all the time,
I haven't played electric in like a year.
it's been some time for me as well.
Because I don't want to disturb my neighbors, but I fucking love... Like, I want to turn it up loud because I want feedback. I want it nasty.
That loud black keys, just
Yeah.
ugly, dirty guitar
Oh,
riffs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crunchy, big.
I have a small practice amp that I use when I do get to go electric. every once in a while, just when I'm like drunk and nobody's home.
Yeah.
Just like, here we go. And it picks up radio stations.
What?
Yeah, so like I'll just be sitting there playing along, and then it's like, and up next in the hour, I'm like, did I just get NPR? What
Is this the same one you've had?
Yeah, I think it was doing it back at Old Torf.
Dude, do you remember? Okay, so in case you don't know, I actually mentioned this in the last episode.
Oh, really?
Bennett and I used to live together over at Pleasant Valley in Old Torf. Woodmead. They've since rebranded.
Of course. It was too fanciful.
That was the nicest apartment I've ever been in.
The trees.
But do you remember
bugs.
your radio? Would turn
Yes.
on to different stations?
It was the iPod dock / radio /
Yes, that thing. It was sitting on the counter, separating the like dining nook from the kitchenette.
Yeah.
And
The breakfast bar, if you could.
is that what those are called?
It is meant to be, but the cabinets cut it off, so it's just like that slot.
It's like right here.
Yeah, there was nothing doing there.
So you remembered that thing would just randomly turn on, and you would say it was the ghost.
Right. Absolutely it was.
Let's take a quick break and get back into that.
That sounds like a plan.
Be right back.
Hi. Are you flustered with your wireless program? I'm Troy McClure from such movies as Dad, Can You Hear Me? And The Wireless, coming out this fall.
Be right back.
We're gonna get...
Audio is recording. Video and audio recording will cut at 4:35. Ghosts. Let's. Okay, so you said the old apartment had a ghost.
Definitely.
Tell me about it.
So, besides the mysterious radio that would turn on and off itself, there were a lot of door closings, door openings.
And where? In your room?
Both our rooms.
Oh, yeah.
We'd...
Oh, my God.
You would be gone, and, like, I would walk by your room and it'd be closed, and the next time it'd be open, and nobody had come or came or anything, and then I'd just hear a slam and your door would be closed again.
What the fuck?
Or the closets, and there was like so many doors because we had the closets and we had the bathrooms and we had the side closet that was just the little side.
Right.
There's a lot of closet space.
Yeah.
I forgot about that place. But yeah, it's just doors all the time. The outside door to the little deck
Yeah.
was always just buggering out.
What?
It was fucking weird, man.
So there was, and then anything else? Did you ever like sense a presence?
I've never been that sensitive to that stuff.
Right.
Like the one time I did like sense something was we were exploring the
Right.
the theater in that old theater that was the Masons Theater in Oklahoma town between Stillwater and OKC. It starts with a G.
Guthrie?
Guthrie.
Yeah.
The Guthrie Masons Museum.
You felt something at the Guthrie?
Dude, we went into the dormitories there, which were creepy as hell. And, like, we could have sworn there was somebody sleeping in one of the beds. And, like, we all felt it. And we all, like, we're not messing with that. We're done here.
Holy shit.
Like, we're getting to the annals of that place, like, exploring as deep as we could, going to the oldest, dirtiest, creepiest spots. Like, this is where they got murdered.
Yeah.
But then it was just, like, in the dormitories. So we're like, and we're freaked out.
Oh, my God.
Let's go.
Do you watch Ghost Adventures?
I'll catch them when they're on.
Right.
I don't seek them out.
Yeah.
Just because, you know...
Yeah.
I'd rather go into a creepy place and spook myself out than watch somebody possibly pretend to get spooked out.
Right.
It's like if I'm in a room full of people and we all get the same feeling without a word, it's like that bed is a no-go.
Yeah.
Like that's all something that happened to us, whether it's a group hive mind of like, oh, it is what it is, no matter what science can explain it or whatever.
Yeah.
We all had that moment together.
That's fucking wild, man.
Yeah. The radio...
The radio would turn on.
It wouldn't go to like... Sometimes it would go to a random station.
Right.
But most of the time it would go to like an 88.5 static.
Right.
Just garbled nonsense.
And it was different. It wasn't like that was there when you turned it off.
Always. Ugh.
I wonder if it was trying to speak like through the white noise
Through the static,
of the radio.
right? Because that's what everybody...
Right. They got the things.
And then the amp was always picking up radio signals, so it was like...
Yeah.
Maybe something weird with that, or like he's trying to put the... But the amp's still doing that, so I think it's just something with the amp, but I love that it gets the radio stations.
My closet in my bedroom always smelled like, down in this one corner, it always smelled like death, like decaying matter, like a dead... Not just like wood rot, but it smelled like something was dead in the walls.
Yeah.
And I imagine, that smell can last for months, but that lasted a lot longer than I think it...
Than a rat or a squirrel.
Right. I think that might have been part of something.
Yeah.
Because that always stuck out to me, that smell.
I mean, as far as putting a body somewhere inside of a wall with all the insulation and stuff.
Yeah.
They make those deodorizer bags now that just absorb the smell of death.
Yeah.
You just put one of those in there with it.
Like,
and then you
put
just
people in the walls. That's like that.
in between the 2x4s.
H.H. Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that was the original, and then everybody's ran with it since.
Right. Since. You watch Mindhunter?
I watched Psych.
Dude, I haven't seen Psych.
Psych's the best.
I want to watch Fringe, but it's like not anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. You watched Fringe?
No.
Okay, I thought you watched Fringe.
It's not
That's
a
why I
Fringe
brought
here.
it up.
A friend of the Fringe.
Oh, yeah. It's got this like old dude who's like in all sorts of stuff. I think he's dead now.
Oh, good.
He's like kind of a... He always plays like kind of a creepy character, but in this one he's like the dad, and he's like a crazy genius scientist, kind of like a mad scientist, and he loves tripping balls.
Oh yeah. He's the wackadoo.
Yeah, so he's like, let's take some LSD.
Right.
Yeah, like I wanted to watch that, but no.
Not so much.
No, it's not available. It used to be on certain streaming services, but it's gone now.
Damn.
I know, man. It's a bummer.
You have to download it illegally off LimeWire.
I don't fuck with LimeWire.
Sponsor of the show, LimeWire.
Yeah. I'm sure I can rent it,
Yeah, but
that's expensive.
are you going to get the DVDs sent?
No, it's Prime.
Yeah. There's always Prime.
Yeah. It's prime time.
Speaking of The Boys on the Prime.
Oh, yeah, good show.
That's the show right there.
Good show.
That show did it.
That's kind of fucking disturbing.
Yeah.
The Superman type guy. That guy's fucked.
The corporization of superheroes.
Yeah.
That's how it would go. They're not wrong.
It was a really good show. And, Seth Rogen was one of the producers of that show, right?
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I never watched the credits, I guess, because it always skipped to the next episode.
Seth Rogen and his creative partner, Goldberg or something. Adam Goldberg.
Adam Goldberg.
Is that his name?
No.
I don't know, but they make everything together.
Jonah.
No, that's Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah.
No, there's a guy who's like, he doesn't act in anything.
Right,
But he's
yeah.
like writing partner.
I think it's Goldberg or Gold something. That's
I think it's
definitely right.
Goldberg.
Maybe I
Or we're just being,
I think gold is in it. I think gold is the correct part.
Yeah.
Goldman Smith.
Love gold.
Who doesn't? Nice. I had a long conversation last night about gold. Me and my buddy got to arguing about space travel and the radiation and stuff, and how much gold is actually in Fort Knox, and then how we discovered it being good for space travel. Was it because space travelers said, hey, this is good for space travel, start putting value on this so that we can come collect it, or whatever the hell it was. So just a long drawn out conversation about gold.
I can tell you why. because, one, it's malleable, and two, you don't need a lot of it because it's very dense. Because, protect from radiation.
You just need those sheets.
There's lead. It's pretty famous for protecting from radiation.
And it weighs a ton.
It weighs a ton. You need a lot. And then there's gold, which I believe is more dense than lead. And that's why. Because it keeps... it's so dense, particles can't get through it.
Right.
Right.
But we can't get to Mars.
But we can't... I'm sure we can.
7-month trip, they said, to get to Mars.
That's it?
That's it. But that dude who spent a year on the space station... one of the Kelly brothers, who spent the longest time there, is already showing like radiative sicknesses and like maladies of the bones and muscles and stuff.
I'm sure if we just, destroyed capitalism and replaced it with something better, I feel like we'd be, those wouldn't be problems so much anymore. We'd find solutions to those problems pretty fucking quickly.
When it comes to priority,
the
sure.
right resources and stuff like that,
When we're fresh out of resources, though, how are we going to expend resources to get somewhere else?
We can create sustainable resources. We can live in a post-scarcity world. Like Star Trek, man.
Well, yeah,
a moneyless,
start now.
scarcityless society.
But if we don't start heading that way,
we're fried.
We'll just use everything.
We're fried,
and then we won't have the resources to go find.
Right. I mean, but also we're also going to get baked alive.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
If we don't do anything.
Yeah. Feel like a potato for a little bit.
Before you explode in the microwave.
Put a little cheese in the middle. Yeah. Before I go. That's what I'm doing.
I had a guest on here who brought a bunch of cheese. She's a cheese
episode.
expert.
Yeah, I saw that come up in the feed. Like I said, I'm behind. But yeah, I was like, I'm stoked for that.
It was so fucking good. The cheese is so fucking good.
I'm a cheese man.
Hell yeah.
I am a cheeseman.
Cheeseman.
Yeah,
Cheeseman?
I got a block of Havarti sitting in my fridge right now that I am stoked to get to.
Oh man, a couple weeks ago I went to Central Market to get sandwich stuff, and they had some smoked goat cheese Gouda. Oh, it was so Gouda.
Forget about it.
So Gouda.
Forget about that. That sounds delicious.
Dude, you could just taste the smoke in it. Oh my god.
I love a smoky cheese.
Oh, good night.
You meet at a dark club where you can still smoke inside.
Yeah, fucking jazz.
Get a cracker.
Welcome to the Cracker Barrel. Yeah. We're gonna be playing your latest hits. Smack my bitch by 3 dog nights.
Come and melt away with us. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking.
Sounds kind of like Batman.
Alfred.
Never got into that accent. Christian Bale's Batman thing. It's like, do you have a lozenge? Like, come on.
The deep scratch.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's fun to do, though. When you swear to me.
Yeah. I say there's no Batman voice better than the dude who did the cartoons from the 90s.
Adam West.
No.
He did the live action.
That was live action, yeah. The cartoon, I don't remember the guy's name, but I know Mark Hamill was the Joker.
In The Beyond.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Yeah. And also in the one from the 90s.
I love Michael Keaton, man. I love Michael Keaton.
I'm talking about the cartoon.
I know. I'm just throwing out my love for
Michael Keaton's
shit. Batman. I love it so much.
Tim Burton, dude.
Yeah.
The first 2 movies, fucking great.
Asked to stop making them because they were so terrifying at the time. That's what?
What?
That was my biggest argument.
Are you serious?
Yeah. People were like, oh, these are the darkest Batmans that have been. Okay, but yeah, it's the time. They're like, Tim Burton could never have been this dark. He's like, he was freaking people's brains at the time.
With Batman?
Nobody was ready for his stuff.
It's not that fucking scary.
But, like, think about Tim Burton. He kept getting more and more twisted. He's like, he's always been a twisted dude. Yeah. That was twisted stuff back then.
Yeah.
That was not the day-to-day. That was dark, gritty Gotham.
Yes.
And, like, people were like, that place is fucked up.
But then they did like the other Batmans, the Schumacher, Joel Schumacher directed the one that was
Who was his
shit. They put nipples. It was Clooney. They put nipples on the bat suit.
Who directed Val Kilmer's Batman? Do you have any idea?
I don't remember. I love Val Kilmer.
I do love me some Val Kilmer, man.
I don't know who directed that one though. I might. I don't know. It was another bad one.
Yeah, his didn't go great.
Yeah, I mean they're good because they're good if you go at it with like the cynical of like I'm enjoying this because it's fucking awful.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my Batman fixed this way.
Yeah,
and then Jim Carrey will be there,
and Jim Carrey will be there,
and Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh yeah, he played Two-Face.
He was not a bad Two-Face.
Not at all.
The origin of Two-Face in that one was funny.
Jog my memory.
File folder in court. One of the witnesses throws a vat of acid at Harvey Dent, Tommy Lee Jones, as he's holding up a manila folder perfectly halfway across his face for whatever reason.
Oh my god!
And he gets two-faced.
Oh my god!
And it's amazing. And it's like somebody's watching it on TV because it's a news broadcast of local district attorney Harvey Dent gets two-faced today.
Oh my god. I do not remember that.
It's so good. So yeah, it's like somebody on like this 12-inch RCA antenna TV
right.
watching it as like they zoom in on him grabbing the glass, and then it's like, why would the news be getting these shots? It'd be a stagnant camera in the back.
You said it yourself. Gotham's a weird place.
It's a weird place, man. It's a weird place.
You ever notice that like these superhero things, a lot of them have like themes of like Batman has a lot to do with like psychological themes. Mm-hmm. The heroes and the villains all have like psychological subtext to them, whereas Spider-Man is about science and science gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And
the inappropriate use of science.
And the inappropriate use of science. Yeah, dude.
And Superman, just anybody who still can't do anything to him.
Yeah.
Well, this time we got a bigger monster for Superman.
Yeah.
This is tough, guys. What should I do?
Laser eyes.
Took care of that.
Yeah.
Oh, Lois.
Do you want to fresh press that newspaper?
Oh,
because they work at the Daily Globe.
Fresh press. I'll take care of that centerfold if you know what I'm talking about.
That means vagina.
You're welcome, Mom. It's fun. It's a fun game. It was a Whose Line game. It was Innuendo, and they'd just pick a profession, and the comedians would go through as much innuendo for the job as they could get through. So you just get to the point where you're like, hey, we got too much ink on this paper today, didn't we? If you know what I'm talking about. Nobody has anything left.
Let's do it. All right. Let's, all right. Garbage people. Garbage disposal people.
I'd pick it up on Thursday if you know what I'm talking about.
That's a smelly dump.
I'd mash that up in the back of a truck if you know what I'm saying.
I've been around the block.
She's keeping a lock on her garbage can if you know what I'm saying.
You might want to put a lid on that.
Absolutely. That's going to be a double bagger. We call them. You get two hefties.
Recycle.
That's gonna go in the compost heap if you really want to know what I'm saying.
Is that a baby in there?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh man. I really hope I don't know what you're talking about. At first, I was like, does he have a baby over there?
And no,
Bag off camera.
Maybe a baby in there. Oh, man. Collection's a little early for me, if you know what I'm saying. You put it out the night before.
Why is there juice running out of it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to come back with a bigger truck for that one.
It's not gonna fit in there.
We'll go get a couple more guys, see if we can't haul it up.
Just fold it, and it'll fit.
We'll only do that on brush collection day.
People in the alley keep using it. I can't fit anything in there anymore.
Yeah. You're not sorting that correctly if you're looking at the recycling that I am.
All right, you choose a profession.
Oh man, hotelier.
A hotelier.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. You want a mint? On your pillow?
I'm gonna have to re-swipe that rim card.
We'll change your sheets for you.
You can't turn down this service.
Oh God. Do you serve breakfast?
Continental. If you know what I'm saying. Help yourself if you know what I'm talking about.
Why is there cum all over everything?
Because it's a hotel. That we know.
I'm having trouble with this one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Our concierge can help you with that.
Do you have an extra room?
No. Don't have an extra room.
You caught me red-handed.
Did you send up some extra blankets?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Your brain, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
that's why they're professionals.
What time did I say we were gonna cut this one at?
4:35.
Oh,
so not so bad.
I guess we should wrap it up then.
Is it about that time?
Yeah, it's been an hour.
Okay. What do you think? One more tune?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh,
just getting set up. Okay, here we go.
So this is a tune that I learned from Dave Van Ronk, who's incredible in his own right. He was at a bar with a poet and Lynn Chandler one night. Poet came up with the words, and as I understand it, Lynn Chandler came up with the guitar work with the help of Dave Van Ronk. It's a gorgeous song. He always called it his theme song, and I'm trying to work it up to be my theme song. So I do it a lot. When I go back to Baltimore, be no carpet on my floor. You come along, go with me and we'll go Galilee. Howling green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. But tell me who you love, tell me who you love. See that crow up in the sky. He don't walk, he just fly. He don't walk, he don't run, keep on a flapping to the sun. Howling green, green, rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Dooka-dooka and soda cracker. Does your mama chew tobacco? Well, if your mama chew tobacco, hookah-dooka, soda cracker, yeah. Howling green, green, rocky road. Promenade in green. Well, tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. You come along, follow me. There's a man in Galilee. Howling green, green, it's a rocky road. You promenade in green. Tell me who you love, tell me who you love. Thank you.
That was awesome.
I appreciate it, brother.
Do you want to give the people the deets on your show one more time?
Absolutely. Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center, Tuesday, September 24th, 6 p.m. Admission is $12. Be doing a bunch more of that stuff. Yeah, just tunes that I like, and I hope people will appreciate and maybe take it with them when they leave.
Thank you so much for doing this again. Third time.
Third time's the charm.
I appreciate you, friend.
Of course, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Presidential handshake.
Yes. See y'all next week.
Woo. I got hot on that one.
Yeah.